Welcome to Tweet of the Week, and I think you are going to be deeply touched by the tweet we highlight this week. I am joined today by Brina Ratangee, who is a senior at Urbana High School, and this young lady has taken it upon herself to organize book drives to support students here in Frederick County, but they've also reached out to Baltimore City to provide gently used, I like that description, AP books and materials for studying for exams to help students who possibly may not be able to afford those books. And I want her to talk a little bit to you also about how her organization has evolved in the midst of COVID. So Brina, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And I am so glad that FCPS Maryland heard about the work you were doing and decided to tweet about it. So talk a little bit about how you started on this venture.
Of course. So at the end of my sophomore year in about 2019, my mom's coworker's son asked for my AP government book. And his mom was a single mother and he couldn't afford these expensive materials. So I gave him my book and I thought, well, instead of throwing out all my other materials, what if other students need them? So then with 4 other peers at Urbana, I organized a donation drive and we set up a box in the main hallway collecting over 30 books. And that was 29 more than expected. So I said, well, if we got 30 books this year, this can expand next year. So we donated those 30 books to Baltimore City Public Schools. We actually contacted the director of college readiness, and the students in Baltimore had dozens more exams that they were able to take. And I think over 2,000 more students were taking exams that year. So it was a perfect moment. Mm-hmm. And then with COVID, we had to adapt a lot. Instead of just getting the books from students, I was biking around the community, spreading the news online. And we got over 90 books in Maryland. And then we also, because of COVID, we got in touch with more people. I used to live in Illinois, so I contacted a friend there. And students in other states wanted to take up this initiative too. So we established branches in Illinois, Massachusetts, Georgia, and Virginia. And now it's a 5-state organization, and we've collected over 120 books across all those states.
And what do you call this organization?
We call it AP Cycle. It's a play on upcycle, and then also the AP program, which is the majority of the materials we've collected.
And so you talked a little bit about adapting for COVID. And I think that need to connect and that ability to connect online, again, while sometimes we always say, too much time online is not a good thing, but I think during the pandemic, that ability to connect and wanting to connect, we have been able to take advantage of, and you obviously have the perfect example of how to take advantage of that for the good of others and for service. And so I just have to ask, as you were biking around getting these donations, did you have this big, heavy backpack on your back as you're cycling around?
Oh yeah, it was my school backpack, minus the school books, add in the AP Cycle books.
All right, so a fitness program and a service project all at the same time.
Yep, definitely.
So again, this desire to serve others and support them is so admirable, and greatly appreciate the fact that you are growing it here. And I have a feeling that this kind of service is going to continue to be in your future. But do you want to tell me a little bit about where you see yourself going after your senior year at Urbana High School?
So I'd love to continue this and oversee it in college, but I do also understand that this was founded by high school students and it's mainly in the high school realm. So I am looking to pass it down to some young student leaders at my school, and hopefully other schools will see this as publicity and take this cause up. And while I can be a point of contact, administrative help, I'm hoping that students will just carry this through the generations, the years, and hopefully it'll become something that not just Frederick does, but maybe more states in the country do, and maybe more of Maryland does.
I think it's a fabulous idea. I love the idea that you want to mentor and prepare those successors to take on this role. And I know we have many very involved student organizations in FCPS, so I hope you are watching and that you will reach out to Urbana High School and they will put you in touch with Brina, and we can see this grow and expand to support each other in so many ways. So Thank you for being a role model for others and for making us absolutely FCPS proud. It was an honor to meet you today.
Thank you. It's an honor.
It's not just our staff, our students do amazing things as well. So keep watching Twitter because there are fabulous things and a lot of love and care going on out there in Frederick County. So thank you for joining us on Tweet of the Week.